Hello and welcome to the Daily Mill for Friday, the 10th of April, 2026. It was match day today. Game was moved for television, away at West Bromwich Albion. And would you believe it? For 4 games in a row at West Bromwich Albion, there have been no goals scored by either team. Here we go, another goalless draw. 4 goalless draws in a row in this fixture of West Bromwich Albion and Millwall. Wow. West Bromwich Albion and Millwall drew 0-0. The Sky Bet Championship at the All Forms on Friday night. The Lions had perhaps the better of the chances in the Black Country, but also defended well to claim a point on the road. Alex Neil named 2 strikers in the starting 11 against the Baggies, as Mihailo Ivanovic and Josh Coburn partnered each other, whilst Turno Ballo came into the 11 and Barry Bannon and Luke Condell dropped to the bench. After some early jostling, the Lions were the first to make their way towards goal as Ivanovic won possession back on the halfway line just 5 minutes in, but after he slid through Ballo, the winger's prod went wide. That was a good move by Ballo, though. That was a good move. Tristan Kramer's cross. That was an acute angle as well. It was a very cute angle. Tristan Kramer's cross was then gathered by Max O'Leary, whilst there was a moment of indecision at the back for the Lions shortly after as Jake Cooper and Anthony Patterson converged on the ball, but neither touched it. Daryl Dike did, but fortunately the ball drifted wide. DK then nodded a corner kick onto the roof of the net as the Baggies threatened with the biggest chance of the game to date, falling at the feet of March 2026 Championship Player of the Month Josh Coburn on 16 minutes, but the striker guided Bow's inch-perfect cross wide. Oh yeah, I forgot to bring that up. He actually won it. He did win it. He won it this morning. I forgot to bring that up because obviously the game, the big thing is the game. But Josh Coburn got his award this morning at the training ground, I believe. So they travelled up on the day, or did they give it to him yesterday? That's interesting. On 16 minutes, but the striker guided Ballow's inch-perfect cross wide. A lull in front of goal at both ends was to follow, but the woodwork was smacked on 38 minutes as Cooper moved the Lions up the pitch and the ball dropped to Ivanovic, who cracked an effort on the turn against the crossbar. Yeah, so again, another Josh Coburn missing from 4 yards out and Ivanovic hitting the crossbar. I mean, leopards never change their spots. That's who they are. Josh Coburn could miss from half an inch out. He could miss. You put it on a plate, and he'll miss it. And Ivanovic, he can shoot from anywhere on the pitch and hit the crossbar. Same old. Crosses from Femias as Kramer calls it Albion defence problems as half-time whistle neared, whilst Camille Negley's half volley had to be tipped wide by O'Leary as the Lions continued to have the best chances. Ivanovic tested the grasp of O'Leary in the first chance of the second half, whilst ex-Baggies man Caleb Taylor had to undertake some solid defensive work at the other end, keeping DK at bay as he looked to get a close-range effort in on goal. Unai Egbo sent a strike over on 52 minutes with Zach Sturge's low effort fizzing wide of the post a minute later and DK's header failing to trouble Patterson as Derek Mazusako replaced Casper Denor and Langstaff came on for Coburn 4 minutes after the hour mark. 60-minute schedule changes. Ex-Lion Jason Malumbi struck wide of Patterson's post shortly after before Ivanovic won possession from a West Brom free kick and charged towards the penalty area, only to be snuffed out by the Baggies' defence. George Campbell's half volley went over as the final 20 minutes neared, with another double substitution seeing the head coach bring Tommy Watson and Joe Bryan into play in place of Ballo and Sturge. There was a chance for the Lions with 15 to play as Langstaff's cross almost found Watson at the back post, but a crucial header from Danny Imre prevented Deloney from heading home, followed by Ivanovic again, almost being in the clear as he looked to twist and turn his way through, but his touch let him down. Yes, doesn't it just? Another former Millwall man, Callum Styles' cross was deflected behind by Cooper as DK looked to find a way to goal, with Patterson pulling off an outstanding close-range stop from the resulting corner as Malumbi looked set to score. Ousmane Diakite then heading wide from a second corner. Well, I don't think he had much to do with it because it cannoned off his backside and then deflected wide, luckily. It was point blank range. He came down and kind of crouched because obviously he kind of probably didn't have. Yeah, when you're that close up to the guy that's about to shoot, like normally they tell you to make yourself big, but you've kind of, he's so close, you don't want him to kick it under you. So I think he knew he was going to go under him, so he crouched down, and I don't know if it is his leg. It kind of went through his legs, but I don't know if it is his leg or if it hit the ground, and it bounced up, hit Patterson's backside, and then spun off out for a corner, which was headed wide. So that was very lucky. Although, as they say, you do make your own luck. Brian had to withdraw with 5 minutes remaining. Of course, like I said, it's the day of people living up to their the traits that they've displayed throughout their Millwall career. Coburn missing for 4 yards out, Ivanovic hitting the crossbar, Joe Bryan coming on as a sub and having to go off, this time with an injury. And it was he got replaced, even though I think we used all of our free opportunities because it was a concussion sub. Brian had to withdraw with 5 minutes remaining. Danny McNary's replacement, with Ivanovic then having a shot on the turn saved in 8 minutes of second half stoppage time. Bannon replaced Aziz. Yeah, that's the thing with Brian. That took so long that it gave us 8 minutes of stoppage time. Not that, we didn't look. The chances were in the first half, really. The one with Coburn and the one with Ivanovic. We had our moments, but, those were the two chances, really. And, they didn't go in, so. Bannon replaced Aziz with just a couple of minutes left to play, but there was still one piece of vital defending to be done for the Lions as Cooper denied Albion substitute Josh Maja a free strike and goal in the dying embers of the game. And the game finished 0-0. I thought West Brom were pretty good, actually. I thought they were a pretty good team. I think they don't have anyone one up front. They kind of reminded me of us a couple of years ago. Probably to some extent because there's Callum Styles and Jason Malumbi in the team, who were, Millwall players a couple of years ago. But they kind of remind of us like under Gary Rowett, where, we didn't really have the strike force. We had Bradshaw. Like, who were our strike? We had Bradshaw and Fleming, but who was it before Fleming? Was it Bradshaw? And I can't even remember. It must have been that bad. So Bradshaw and somebody else, and I can't for the life of me figure out who that was. Oh, was it Matt? It was Matt Smith, wasn't it? Matt Smith and Bradshaw. Matt Smith was all right, but interesting that when he left us, he went to Salford, and then he did really, really well there, and then retired. 2 seasons later? So yeah. But yeah, West Brom, really good team. Like, I can't figure out why they're at the bottom. Like, I mean, if they had a striker, they'll be at the top of the table if they keep playing like that. But Aziz got booked, Ivanovic got booked. Lewis Smith and Matthew Smith, are they related? Probably not. Smith's a very common name, isn't it? 2,542 Millwall fans there. Very loud as well. Very loud. Good to hear. But just couldn't get it done. Couldn't get it done. The 4th 0-0 in a row. The 0-0 derby, they will call it in future. The 0-0 derby. The first person to score. I mean, maybe that could be a thing in the contract next year if we got them. If we're in the division next year. Anybody who scores a goal against West Brom away, they get an extra bonus. It's written into everybody's contract. I don't know. Got to do something. Got some pictures. This kit as well, this black kit. You know, it looked good when it came out. I was like, oh, looks pretty interesting. You know, a bit different. But we ain't played well in this kit at all. You know, we haven't got the results. I don't think. Have we even won in it yet? I'll probably check. I'll go on the Mill History website and I'll check and I'll tell you tomorrow in tomorrow's video. But yeah, it's cursed. It's evil. It's cursed. It's black. The black kit. I always fancied us to play in a black kit. We finally do, and it's it doesn't. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. The referee should wear black. We shouldn't wear black. Not at all. Maybe a pink kit. How about a pink kit next season? We haven't had a pink kit out. A bit chilly out. He's not wearing a t-shirt under that. I guess it kind of restricts your movement, doesn't it? You want to be free-flowing. There you go, look. Trying to swap shirts in the middle of the game. You have to wait until afterwards. There's Derek. Now, I must say, so obviously the solution to the problem in the middle was obviously one that was suggested, not Derek coming on, but Negley going in the middle, and Negley was fantastic. Negley was pretty good. Don't know, probably man of the match actually. I mean, much of a muchness really, but yeah, probably give it to Negley. Sure, why not? Ballo done right. Apparently, when they announced the team, like, I know he hadn't played for a while, but it was his first game in 3 months. I think first start or first game, probably first start. First start in 3 months. Weird. And that is the miss. That's the miss there. You see that? You see what he's done? He has to hit it first time. He tries to hit it first time, and he can't adjust his hips. So he kicks it, and his foot is in the wrong position, and it goes towards the camera where we're looking at, instead of going towards the goal. Bosh. Is that Zach taking a shot? It's Cooper. And there you go, a 0-0. Don't worry, boys. Now, hang on, everyone's upset. Oh, 0-0. Oh, we didn't win the game. Oh, we got a point. We got a point, everyone. We got a point. Don't panic. We got a point. This is from the southernnews.co.uk. I'm sure there's going to be more tomorrow. They got a few bits today. We just didn't take them. Mill boss Rue's missed chances in West Brom stalemate. Alex Neil rued Mill's missed first half chances in the Lions 0-0 draw with West Brom Albion at the Orphans. Admitted his tired side could not muster enough in the second half to score a decisive goal. Give them a rest. Are they going to have the weekend off? Monday off? Tuesday off? I mean, next week, we go Saturday, Tuesday, Friday. So give them like 4 days off. Bring them in Wednesday, and then we go again. Mill travelled to the Midlands 4 days after a disappointing 2-1 loss to Norwich City, and after a slow start should have taken the lead in the 17th minute when Turno Ballo chipped the ball into the box, but Josh Coburn fired wide from yards out. While West Brom had the most of the ball in territory, the Lions continued to create the best chances. Milo Ivanovic hit the bar. Camille Negley had an effort clawed away from the top corner by Max O'Leary. Mill's momentum faltered after the restart, and by the end it was the Baggies pushing for a late goal, only denied by a fantastic sprawled save by Anthony Patterson. That was the one that he saved with his backside. Our best chances came in the first half. Josh Coburn's chance was probably the best chance of the game. Recently, he struck every one of them in the net, and it's hard to be critical in terms of Josh's contribution to what we've done to this point. You're going to miss chances, aren't you? But unfortunately, that happened tonight. Was it Player of the Month curse? We've heard of Player of the Manager of the Month curse. We don't really get Player of the Month awards. I don't think we haven't had one for a fair old while. So, was it Zion Fleming was the last? Was he the last Player of the Month? Probably. But yeah, we don't usually get them. So maybe it is. Maybe it is. Mihailo has an individual one where he turns and he swivels and it clashed off the bar. Great opportunistic moment from him. Then Camille's shot where the keeper sort of plucks it out of the top corner. And we certainly had enough in the first half. I thought, we looked threatening and we carried the threat in the game. Then second half, we started quite brightly, but the only chance I can remember of note was probably Tommy's header at the back stick. And if he's in a little bit earlier, he probably scores it. Their two chances came in the last 8 minutes, and they had one, the scramble from the set play, and then they have another set play, and the lad gets up and heads it past the post. Beyond that, I don't really think they had much in the game. We defended brilliantly. But we made 6 changes tonight, and I think you could see in their legs, and they were absolutely knackered and dead on their feet. And we couldn't muster enough in the second half to go and win the game. And if you can't win it, you just don't lose it. Ultimately, I think the first goal would have definitely changed the game either way. If they scored or we score, the game probably changes in that sense. And we had the best opportunities. Certainly, they had nothing really in the first half in terms of clear chances. And we just didn't take them. The result meant Mill go back up to second, 1 point above Ipswich Town, and Middlesbrough, both of whom play tomorrow. Yes, we are up to second. Ha ha. Don't panic, everyone. Don't panic. Now, I mentioned this the other day. We had pictures from training. There's no Aphrodite. But when they do the preview, they done the preview, I think for probably at least the last 4 or 5 games. They don't mention him at all. Is he close? They say, oh, this player's coming back, that player's coming back. And then they say Massimo Luongo's out, Jensen's out, and Dan Kelly's out. Interesting enough, this morning, the pictures they put up of giving Coburn his award, Massimo was training on the grass, and Jensen training on the grass. So Massimo Luongo looks like he's back training. Probably, probably a bit too soon. I'm sure he would love to come in and play a part in the playoffs. But, could it be the cavalry is about to arrive? He's been out a long, long time, so no pressure. But, good to see him suited and booted and out there on the grass doing a bit of training. But where in the world is Alfie Doughty? Has anybody seen him? Where are you? Where are you? Latest on Alfie Doughty as Millwall left back edges closer to return. Whoa. Is he inside then? Is he in the gym? What's going on? Alex Neil said Alfie Doughty is closing it in on the return, but is not ready to be involved just yet. Doughty has been out since pulling up with a calf issue against Hull City on March the 7th. It's just over a month. Was not in the squad for Mill's 0-0 draw with West Brom Albion at the Hawthorns on Friday evening. The 26-year-old made 25 appearances in his first season with the Lions, recording 5 assists. After the West Brom stalemate, Neil was asked by News if Doughty could feature soon. I hope so. He's been on the grass and he's been doing a little bit. We just don't feel he's quite ready at the moment. I don't think he feels he's quite ready, and that's why he's not been involved. Reese has got a bit of a calf issue as well that he's picked up. And obviously, we miss Billy, so it's never good when you've got players out, but West Brom are the same. Chris Miffin's missing, Mickey Johnson's missing. I'm sure they've got a whole squad of other people that'll be missing as well. And, you're never going to get the full squad available the whole season. But I think we'll be lucky if we're anywhere near double figures. And I think we've had it probably about 5 times. Joe Bryan had to be withdrawn in the 88th minute after going down with head injury 14 minutes after he came on. I think he got a knee in the head, so he's got a split head. As he's went in, Callum Blackens he caught him with his knee, so he had to make another change. So, yeah, if that's a concussion sub, I think they did use the concussion sub. Although the next game is technically more than a week away. It's 8 days away. This is on Saturday the 18th. But, Surely, Joe Bryan's contract's up at the end of the season. I mean, fucking, I'd rather play Danny McNamara there, to be honest. I mean, Joe Bryan comes on, gets injured. Joe Bryan comes on, gets a red card. Yeah. The guy looks like he doesn't give a shit. He would probably rather stay at home playing World of Warcraft. So, let him stay at home and then play World of Warcraft. Yeah, he would rather do that. That's fine. I think we would rather have someone else playing on the pitch. There you go. Now, we got a point. We got a point. We got a point. We drew 0-0 at West Brom, and we got a point. We're now second place, everyone. Don't panic. And you think, oh, well, yeah, just until tomorrow, because, Ipswich are going to win, Middlesbrough are going to win, then we're going to be back down. You don't know that. You do not know that. You are not Mystic Meg. You cannot look into the future. And you cannot say. Now, we got 4 games left. That's 12 points. We can still win the league. We can still win the league. If we win all of our games, even though we haven't won the last 2, but if we win all the next 4, we could get up to 85 points. All we need is Coventry to lose 5 in a row, which they only lost 7 games all season, but we could still finish first. So don't panic. Looking down, 7th place. Obviously, you want to finish in the playoffs, 3rd, 4th, 5th or 6th. 7th place is the loser's place. We are 9 points off of 7th place. So that just means, and Wrexham have got 15 points to play for. We just need 6 more points. We need a 6-point swing by either us getting 6 points or Wrexham dropping points, and we'll be guaranteed our playoff place. So that's also something to look forward to while we try to finish second. But yeah, funny old game, isn't it? Now, obviously, there it is, 0-0. The 4th in a row, trip up to West Brom. And I think, was it the 6th or 5th draw in a row in the league? Madness. Now, look at this. Norwich, the team that we played and they beat us and they were very good against us. They're at home to Ipswich, which is a local derby for them. It's the East Anglia derby. The Norfolk and the Suffolk are playing each other. It's the Folk derby, the Folkers. So yeah, you never know. Maybe they're going to draw. Maybe it's going to be a draw. Maybe they're going to drop points. You never know. Obviously, Sheffield Wednesday, if we do want to win the league, we need Sheffield Wednesday to beat Coventry. 17-1. That's quite a big price. What else have we got here? Southampton versus Derby. Now, Southampton are they're in 6th place, and Derby are in 8th. If Southampton win that basically, I think that kind of knocks Derby out of the playoff race, really, to some extent. Because Southampton will be up to 69. Depends what Hull do. But, 69, and then Derby will be 6 points off with, again, 12 to play for. So, I think that kind of cements Southampton's place in the thing. Now, whether Derby can still catch Hull are away to Sheffield United. So a bit of a Yorkshire derby there. What else have we got going on? Now, Middlesbrough at home to Portsmouth. Now, Middlesbrough, they lost at home. They lost at home to Charlton, and they lost at home to us. No reason they can't lose at home to Portsmouth. Portsmouth are fighting for their life. They're in, they're 1 place above the relegation places. Portsmouth. They do have a game in hand, but you saw how good West Brom were. Portsmouth, why can't they beat Middlesbrough? Why can they not do that? So there you go. And Birmingham Wrexham on Sunday lunchtime, 12 o'clock. Wrexham trying to get in. Obviously, if they drop points there, but Birmingham had gone in. Birmingham have just given up. I think they genuinely thought they had a chance, and then when it transpired they hadn't, they just kind of faded away and gave up. Yeah. So there you go. All is not lost, everyone. All is not lost. Don't panic. Please, don't panic. We wait, Norwich, early kickoff. If Coventry get a point, we won't be able to win the league. So that's that done, sadly. Our chances of winning the league will be done. But you never know. Here's the thing, you never know. Maybe Coventry, obviously they're at home, but, I was going to say maybe their team bus, falls off an embankment and the players die. You never know. You never know. Stranger things have happened. Please don't attack the Coventry team bus. But there you go. And on that note, thank you for watching and goodbye.